is up, YouTube? So it has been, well, I guess it hasn't been that long since my last video, but as you guys know, was dealing with all the laptop struggles, all the storage struggles, just all the technology struggles. But I am going to be filming a Q&A today. I'm gonna be doing another full day of eating soon, and I know that a lot of you guys liked whenever I posted my leg workout, so I am going to be trying to get some more footage for that as well. It's just hard because, like, so for Instagram I film, it would be so easy if YouTube and Instagram were both the same way, but like Instagram is straight up and down and YouTube is like the sideways videos, so like I can't duplicate content, or I can, but I don't think it looks as good. So anyways, this is going to be just a Q&A. I asked you guys questions on my Instagram, which if you don't follow that, that is Sydney T Fitness, so be sure to follow that. And also, while I'm at it, to support this channel, if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy learning, if you just enjoy watching what I eat, all that fun stuff, be sure to subscribe below and give this video a thumbs up. I do also want to maybe do some more like quick sit down videos, like literally like 5 minutes long, answering like single questions. So let me know what you guys think about that. I feel like I could just do Instagram question boxes occasionally and just literally take one question, answer it for like 5 minutes, because I know that y'all don't always have time to sit down for a long time and watch these videos. So anyways, enough rambling. Let's get to this Q&A. So, question number one is, oh, this is a personal life question. I haven't read any of these yet. So, did you have a boyfriend, or do I have a boyfriend / did I in college? P.S. Love your page. Huge fan. Thank you. I had a boyfriend, so I don't right now, but I dated a guy for a long time, like at the end of high school and then my freshman year of college. And then that ended, and then had another guy for a while. We were never like officially boyfriend girlfriend, but I mean like same kind of deal. I mean, we hung out every day and we weren't like seeing anybody else, but that also ended. So I'm single. But yeah, I'm definitely a relationship person. Like but also at the same time, I don't really have time for one at the moment. Like, I swear I don't know when they would get to see me, because I just like, I don't even have time to barely like reply to my text messages at the moment. So, I mean, obviously that would just come with like prioritizing different things, but like, I don't know. I'm a relationship person, but I also like feel like I don't have time for a relationship right now. Just my business is my boyfriend. So yeah, so that's that. I like personal questions. I think that's fun. What were the easiest things to meal prep while busy in college? Okay, so whenever I was a freshman, I even did meal prep. So like I said, I was dating that guy. So sometimes, and he was older, sometimes I went to his house to meal prep. Sometimes I used my dorm's kitchen downstairs. Sometimes I went to my cousin's house or apartment to meal prep. I found ways to freaking meal prep, and I think it's very doable. I mean, if you have older friends who live in an apartment, literally just be like, hey, can I come over on Sunday and I'll even cook you dinner if you let me use your stuff to meal prep. But anyways, I think some of the easiest things to prep are going to be like pick maybe 3 bulk carb sources. So whether that be like sweet potatoes, rice, or that could be it, honestly. Maybe just like 2 sweet potatoes and rice, or like potatoes, butternut squash. Pick like carb sources to prep. That way you can kind of put your meals just together. I would say, especially living in college, I would prep just like bulk stuff to make meals out of. So then pick a couple proteins for the week, whether that be like ground turkey, lean ground beef, chicken, whatever you want that to be. And then also you can do like overnight oats, because you don't have to microwave those or anything. So if you have just like a fridge in your dorm room or whatever, those are super quick and easy on the go. If you're looking to take something on campus, like wraps with tuna, or like rice cakes and tuna packets, that was always a go-to for me. And then just prepping a couple different like veggie sources. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts, all that fun stuff. And also microwave bags. As much as I personally, I don't like to use microwave bags, but there are times when you do have to like sacrifice some things that you would prefer not to do. So I did use those quite a bit in my dorm, just because like I would keep them in my fridge and then just microwave them and they'd be, you know, ready to eat. So yeah, so those are some ideas for that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I did. I mean, I would like cut up fruit sometimes ahead of time, but I mean, that's kind of up to how time crunched you are, if you really need to do that or not. What is, oh, another meal prep question. What is my go-to meal prep? So not much has changed, to be honest. I think my go-to meal prep foods right now are sweet potatoes and or butternut squash. I kind of switch. So if I'm like on a lower carb plan at the moment, I'll do, or not at the moment, if I am at that moment, I'll do like butternut squash instead, because it kind of has the same vibe as a sweet potato, if you know what I mean, but also it's like lower carb. Right now, currently prepping sweet potatoes. Brussels sprouts are a big one that I love to prep. I don't like prepping zucchini, mushrooms, or onions or broccoli ahead of time. To me, oh, actually broccoli I can do okay, but those other three, they just get slimy to me and I can't do it, and asparagus. So I make all those at the time of. So Brussels sprouts, broccoli, sweet potatoes, butternut squash. Those are big meal prep things for me. White rice or jasmine rice or sushi rice, one of those. What else? Oh, my meats, barbecue chicken. I do it in a crock pot. Let's see. I literally just do chicken, barbecue sauce, and a little bit of water in a crock pot with some seasonings. And then pork tenderloin is one that I've been loving lately. I kind of switch it up a lot, that's why I keep having a thing. But yeah, I've been doing pork tenderloin quite a bit lately. And then like with my fish, I just cook at the time of. And I'm actually trying out, that'll be a video soon. I just ordered, well, I've tried it before, I already know I like it, but I just ordered Icon meals. I haven't had any of the ones that I ordered this time, except for their pancakes. So I'm just gonna probably do a full video on that for you guys, because like it's not sponsored or anything, I paid for it. So I'm gonna do that for you guys. But yeah, that's kind of my go-to meal prep at the moment, and then everything else I just kind of make at the time of. Is it okay to consume all of my calories before a workout in case I go to the gym in the evening, late in the evening? So I actually had somebody ask me this the other day in my DMs as well. So in my opinion, I think that you should try to save at least a little bit of room for like a post-workout shake after, because after we work out, our muscles are super sensitive to nutrients and stuff. So if we can get a good like post-workout shake in, like you guys know, well, y'all might not know because this is YouTube, but my post-workout snack that I use, it's like a whey protein isolate and then a glycogen powder. So that enables your body to basically just maximize recovery, because it's going to spike insulin a little bit, help shuttle that protein into the muscle, get those nutrients into the muscle cell, and at a prime time when your muscles are sensitive to that. Usually insulin is going to kind of signal just nutrient storage, but after a workout it specifies that obviously like to muscle tissue, as I was saying. Why am I getting unfocused? Okay, anyways, as I was saying, my focus decided to get off again. I still need to figure out these settings. So yeah, I would try to allow for at least enough macros to like fit in a some form of like a post-workout something, like a whey protein isolate and a glycogen powder, like I said. But meal-wise, you don't have to. I wouldn't say, as long as you're getting in at least like something at the end there. But yeah, I would at least try to do that, and if not, definitely eat something right when you wake up. But yeah, so that is my personal opinion. So yes, it is okay. And either way, you're still hitting your total calories for the day. So like you're definitely going to be it's still good. But if you really want to like maximize your recovery from your workouts, I would say leave a little bit of room, or just like go over on protein maybe. Depends how strict you're being. But recipes, oh, next question. Sorry, that was a terrible transition. I'm great at YouTube. Recipes with Phormula 1 CTC. So Phormula 1 is actually like the post-workout protein powder by First Form. Level 1 is the one that I do like all my recipes with. And the Phormula one is actually a hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, and it doesn't like have the carb or fat portion from the whey protein, or from the milk protein. So you can't really like, it just doesn't bake very well. You can put it in like smoothies and stuff, but in my opinion, I literally just use that for post-workout because that's literally like what it's kind of made for, considering it's going to be super quick digesting. I would prefer to use level 1 in all of my recipes because it's a slower digesting protein. It keeps you full longer, and it just bakes better in general because of like the makeup of the protein powder. So I don't really have any recipes for those because that's not what I use it for. I do have lots of recipes for level 1 though, so check my Instagram, like my stories and stuff, because I have a lot there. I also have a lot actually in my subscription site, my Strong by Sydney site. There's quite a few recipes that involve using level 1 there that are super good. But yeah, other than that, I literally just shake up my CTC with Ignition post-workout with water. You could do it in a smoothie if you wanted to though. I'm sure that would still be super, super good. Next question, how often do you treat yourself? I don't really look at it that way anymore, to be honest. For a while, honestly, okay, whenever I'm like getting really serious, maybe about a cut or something, I would say I'll take a meal untracked like 1 to 2 times a week. But right now I'm not super focused. Like, yes, I do want to improve my physique, but really I'm more so focused on like enjoying life, performing well in the gym, all that fun stuff. So right now I kind of am just taking them as they come. I actually have 3 intuitive days right now, 4 track days. And intuitive doesn't mean like I have to be treating myself, but like honestly, it's just it totally depends on the week. Some weeks it might be 1 time, sometimes it might be 3 times, like totally depends, like if family's in town, what's going on with like friends. But that's just kind of where the stage I'm in right now. That doesn't mean that like I haven't had stages where I do kind of restrict it a little bit more. Like whenever I was pretty hardcore on my cut, I definitely had less, but I don't even like to think of things as like free meals, cheat meals. I just kind of like to think of it all as like it's just a meal, and like you just have to look at your priority at the time and kind of make your decision based on that, because it's not bad at all. But like if you are wanting to be really serious about losing some body fat, maybe you want to take less meals that are on your plan. But maybe if you're literally just kind of chilling right now and you're not super worried about being super strict, then maybe a few more. But yeah, I don't like to use those terms anyways. But so yeah, I don't have a number right now. It's just kind of whenever I feel like I want it, but also like I do keep things in mind. But yeah, so hopefully that answered your question. I don't have a definite number at the moment. How many calories to eat if you want to lean out but grow muscle if possible? Oh, I probably should have read that question before I read it. Okay, or before I read it to y'all. So this is going to totally 1,100% depend on about 1,600 factors that I am not going to list out right now. It's totally dependent on the person, totally dependent on so many factors. I just about listed all of them out, but it's so many, so I literally can't answer that question. I would have to know a lot more about you, a lot more about your past, your goals, you in general. But in a general sense of wanting to lean out and grow muscle, that's going to depend on the stage that you're in. If you're a beginner, that is definitely doable. If you're not so much a beginner, you may have to take that in stages. Maybe get into a deficit to lean out for a bit and then slowly increase your calories to help, or to go through kind of a more of a building phase after that. But that's also going to depend. But yeah, so that's just kind of my general recommendations there for you. Yeah, so that's just too hard of a question to answer because it just depends on too many factors. My current workout split, I'm actually following my Strong by Sydney workouts at the moment, and the current split is, I'm about to program some maybe for like my own specific goals at the moment, but I just kind of got off of a split and I'm needing something in the meantime. So currently I'm doing those, and it's what was today? Okay, yesterday was quads and back. Today was press. So my press is like my overhead press, a chest press, and then some glutes, and then there's a quad, another quad, and see, I have to be looking at it. Oh, hold on. I can be looking at it. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, quads, arms, and abs, and then day 4, glutes, hamstrings, and a little bit of delts, and then day 5 is like a plyo day. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week and probably next week as well. It's still a super good split. I change my split like every 4 to 6 weeks, so it kind of just depends. There's not one perfect split, so sometimes whenever I get asked that, I always do like to clarify that whatever split I say in that particular Q&A, 4 to 6 weeks later, my split's probably going to be different. Best way to lose fat before gaining muscle would be just honestly an overall caloric deficit, building healthier habits. So you obviously, to lose body fat, you do want to be in a caloric deficit, so that's going to be the biggest thing. But also you want to be sure that within that caloric deficit, your macros are kind of where they need to be. The one that I'll talk about here, because it is kind of a generalization for everybody, is going to be like your protein, making sure that's high. And by high, I mean about like 1 gram per pound of goal body weight, lean body weight. Being in a caloric deficit, those two are going to be really important. Adding in a little bit of cardio, but I would say with all of that, you don't want to do too much too fast. You want to, you know, get into a small deficit, add a little bit of cardio, and only adjust when needed, when you like stall and things like that. And then also just like I said, just lifestyle habits, drinking more water, getting enough sleep, so that you can recover from your workouts and be energized for your day. Just moving your body more in general, all those kinds of things are going to add up to help with that as well. Making sure that you're eating enough micronutrients. There's lots that go into these kind of questions, but those are like the main things that I would say. How do you know if a supplement is water soluble or fat soluble? So water soluble, fat soluble, it's going to be your vitamins. That's what that's going to be referring to. So the fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, and K. And basically all that means is that in order for those vitamins A, D, E, and K to be absorbed, there has to be like fat with it. That's why a lot of times with a multivitamin, you want to take it with a meal, because some of those things might not be absorbed if you don't have like fats to help absorb and digest those, so that your body can actually utilize them. So if a supplement itself is water or fat soluble, that won't really be the thing. It's like, which vitamins are you having? And in most foods, like, you're gonna get a mix of vitamins. So yeah, that's kind of, I mean, if a supplement has, like, if it's a multivitamin and it has like A, D, E, and K in it, obviously like you're going to want to take that with a meal, so that it can actually be absorbed. So I would just say with most supplementation, try to have it with a meal, unless it's like a pre-workout or something. Thoughts on Halo Top Yazo quote unquote healthy ice cream products? I love the quote healthies because, all right, I will say, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out here. Enlightened is amazing. I love Enlightened ice cream. Like, seriously, the taste, the texture, everything about it, I love. Halo Top, I think, kind of just tastes like a little bit like ice, unless they've redone it since I had it. I don't know. It was a long time ago, and then I tried Enlightened, and I've never used like another health ice cream. I haven't tried the other one either. But my opinion on them, including, honestly, Enlightened, is, other than the fact that Enlightened actually tastes good. But, okay, it does have protein, but you gotta think, whenever you're thinking about protein sources, especially in a muscle building fat loss standpoint, we want quality protein. And I mean, how good a quality protein are you gonna get in some ice cream? Probably not as good as if you actually got that 20 grams of protein from like eggs or chicken or something like that, and then just ate regular ice cream without the protein, if that makes sense. Also, my issue with a lot of these is that I think that they kind of do promote almost, and I really do love Enlightened. I'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, they kind of promote eating the whole pint at once, and I do think that can be bad for certain people. For me, it's totally fine, because even if I get Ben & Jerry's, I'm gonna eat the whole pint for the most part. I need to work on that. But I think that it just kind of promotes and just not a very good mental like thing with food in general because of that. It's like eat the whole pint because it's only this, when I just don't think that's a very good way to view things. And then also with the sugar alcohols in them, for me personally and for a lot of people, it causes a ton of digestion issues. And while this is okay, sometimes people who, in my opinion, people who try to fit these in like constantly because they hit their macros, if it is making your digestion suffer, then it's probably affecting a lot more than just that, because our digestion is like a marker of so much, and our digestion is like, it is like how our body is responding. And if we're not digesting foods and we're not getting to utilize the nutrients that we're eating because of that, that's going to play a role in a lot of different things, including like recovery, how you're just feeling in general, your progress, a lot of different stuff, the stress in your system, like your body's perceived stress. So I would say just be cautious of that. And that's why I say, like, I do love Enlighten, but I'm also aware of the fact that it does kind of throw off my digestion a little bit. Sometimes it's 100% worth it because I love the taste of it. Sometimes it's not. So just be aware of that aspect of it. And also be aware that ice cream is fine too, in my opinion. Like, if you're gonna fit some Halo Top and stuff, like, in my opinion, if you want ice cream, don't hesitate to just get some ice cream, because then you're probably just gonna be using, you know, some carbs and fat. Maybe you can even get a higher quality protein source elsewhere, and maybe it won't upset your stomach and cause a lot of bloating and digestion issues. Now, artificial sweetener wise, I don't really have a strong opinion on artificial sweeteners. I think moderation is my opinion. But yeah, so those are kind of my overall thoughts on that. Hopefully all of that rambling kind of made sense. I would say I like them. Well, I don't like the taste of Halo Top, but I I don't have an issue with them. I just think that for certain people, you have to be aware of certain things, and you don't want to be fitting those all the time into your plan. So last question, how do you balance it all? I don't know, and I'm working on it. Some things that I've been doing recently are time blocking and really trying to separate work from home and just social life, because relationships are so important for health. And a lot of times I can get so caught up in work that I literally don't see people for like a whole week, like literally a soul, unless I'm like in Walmart and see people at Walmart. But I'm really working on that. And then also just like having certain shut off times. So having times where I will not be on social media, where I'm done replying to emails for the night, because like my work is always with me. My phone's always with me, my laptop's always with me. So that's one thing that I'm really working on. And then making sure those hours of the day when I am working are as productive as possible, and remembering that not everything has to get done like today. Focusing on like one specific thing at a time. So rather than having my whole to-do list in front of me and just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, focusing on one thing for an hour, then focusing on another thing for an hour, and being as productive as I can with my time. I have been using like time blocking and actually planning my hours of my day for what I'm going to work on. Like this YouTube video was planned into my day to do before I made dinner. That kind of stuff is helping me a lot, but I'm really working on it, to be honest. Like, I get overwhelmed a lot, but I'm also learning what works for me. And I've noticed that having my morning routine and nighttime routine is super important for me. So those have been another two things that I've been incorporating, is having the same routine right before bed, and getting off my phone before bed, that kind of stuff. And having my morning routine helps a lot. Planning out my day, like I said, time blocking, and then shutting off work and making myself be like, just have life, not work. And also what I need to work on though is my social relationships, because I'm super introverted. So I don't like necessarily have a problem not seeing anybody, but I do realize after like a week, like I do need some support and like social interaction in my life. Like, it's not good that I never see people. So I am working on that. But yeah, I don't know, planners, just like staying on top of things even when I don't want to, because I know it'll pay off. Honestly, like podcasts help me stay motivated for the most part. And then also though, knowing when I need to break and knowing when I need to let myself shut off is another thing I'm working on. like maybe like a whole day off, or like if it's 5:30 and I know that I could keep working, but maybe I'm just like mentally not there that day, just like letting myself have a couple hours to just like not work. So that's that. And that was the Q&A. I feel like I got a lot of like good questions for this one. And I will try to do another one soon if you guys enjoy these. But other than that, I'm about to make dinner. As I talked about in the beginning of this video, got some good stuff coming up. Any ideas that you guys have, drop them below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to support my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I don't want to like do a super long blabby outro because I know that this video was long, but I love you guys and I will see you in the next video. Bye.